Hey everyone, this is Randy from BibleBuyingGuide.com. Today I'm taking a look at the Illuminated Gospel of John from Cambridge. This is a fine art edition of the Gospel of John, illuminated by artist and calligrapher Jane Sullivan. It's inspired by Celtic art and the illuminated manuscripts from the Middle Ages. It is the Gospel of John in the KJV, handwritten in calligraphy, in a calligraphy script, illuminated with original illustrations. And it is beautiful. So let's take a look. It is hardcover edition with artwork by the artist. There's the spine, and then on the back we have the description with some samples from the text. Text itself is about a 36-point font, so that's large. So we have a sewn binding. Very thick paper. This is a premium paper. Woven paper, high quality, a little bit of an ivory color with a matte finish, which I love the look of, love the feel of. The color on this paper looks beautiful. Printed in the Netherlands by Wilco, Amersfoort. I think I said that right, but I'm not going to guarantee that. Here is the beautiful calligraphy by Jane Sullivan. Lots of things to take in here. There's a lot on this page. First, we have about 8 words per line, single column paragraph. Okay? Now, words that apply to God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, Christ, Word, Son of God, all of this. All of these words are in a different color. And they look amazing. A little bit of a close-up shot there. So all of those words are in a different color. Words that talk about peace are in a different color. On every page we have some illustrations, we have some flourishes, little vines and leaves, and it's all calligraphy, hand done. Every word, every letter is hand done, and they're all independent, and it's not a copy paste. You can look really close at the individual letters, and you can tell that they're different from one letter to the next. Like this S looks different from that S, and you can just look at the same word over and over again. Letters will be closer together or further apart. Just enough difference that you know it's different. And it also has the smearing of the ink that you're going to see in handwritten calligraphy from one letter to the next. So you'll see the little ink smears where you're running out of ink and where you've dipped and got more ink, and it's beautiful. It's just perfect. It is excellent. Verse numbers are in a smaller, thinner text. Bottom of the page shows the chapter number and the verse number on the page with designs around it. And there is one of the drop caps. Beautiful decoration. This is probably the largest of the drop caps with decoration in the book. There are a few others in here. There's some variations in the design as we go. I like the way this looks. This line focuses on Jesus Christ and then has some extra embellishments front and back. We have little vines. One thing I don't care for, some words are angled or are drawn sideways in order to get things to fit on the page. We saw that back here on the first page. Like this word here. The last couple of letters are angled upward. Like here, this is angled upward just to get it to fit. You don't really need to do that. And there's a lot of places where it, like this word glory, and then the word were here. But you can see there's enough room on the page for that to have fit. That's just the author's design direction that she wanted to go. I personally don't like it, but that's just my opinion. Not the direction that I would have gone. It just looks odd to me. I would have preferred not to have that. The designs from one page to another are different. Every page. Illustrations. That's the only time this illustration appears. Just little elegant designs just thrown in here and there. And sometimes we have some little designs between words to make it fit on the line. Sometimes it's at the end of the line to make it fit, like here. And like this one, we'll have he saith, but that The H has a little extra long hook on the end to get it to fit. I love that. This is gorgeous. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful design. I like how she's underlined Jesus of Nazareth here. Every page is something new to look at. I like how the ink smears here. That's on purpose. It looks like she's gone back in and added some dots. That's beautiful. Sometimes the letters will loop together from one line to the next, like here, and then here. Like this S has a little loop, but then you don't see that little S. You don't see that on every S. It's just different from one to another. Now, as far as the text itself, it is based on the old Gothic text. As far as the font itself, it's based on the old Gothic fonts. It's handwritten in something called French Batarde. I don't know how you say that. Batarde, and then the first A has a little marking above it. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I don't know French, so I apologize for saying that wrong. But it is her version of the font. So what she's done is made it a little bit more readable to the modern eye, and I personally like that. I like this little tree here. Just added a little person under a tree. So that tells you where we are in the text. Jesus saw him under the fig tree. Pretty. And in this case, she's angled the word around the tree. And then here, added a little flourish. I love these little flourishes off of the words, off of the names. It's beautiful. I'm a fan of calligraphy, and I've been studying calligraphy. I've been looking at calligraphy for years, and I've always been intrigued by calligraphy, so this stands out to me. I like this a lot. Chapters are divided with a flourish. Here's the drop cap, and there's a little bit of a chapter flourish. Some are larger than others, some stand out more than others. Everyone is different. I like this illustration here. It's pretty. It's got a little dragon, unicorn. I love that letter. T. Oh, this is pretty. This is a pretty book. Another design between the chapters. In this case, it is some tigers. A few other little animals in there. There's a cat. I can recognize a cat sleeping. Beautiful. Now, I do find the text a little difficult to read, but it is readable. I won't say it's easy. It does take a little bit more concentration, but it's definitely readable. Love all the little flourishes here and there. It is worth sitting down to read. I like just turning the pages and looking at everything on the page. It's amazing. Every time I look at it, I find something new. I find something I didn't see before. A little detail here and there. Love all these details. Just pretty. Spirit and truth. I love that. That is beautiful. So this is a book that is worth sitting out on a coffee table or displaying, and of course sitting and reading. It's beautiful. I just can't get over the work that has been put in this. She worked on this for a year, and it's obvious that it took that amount of time. Every letter was meticulous. Gorgeous. Every design, every line. Now, if you like medieval illustrations, if you like the medieval illuminated manuscripts, illuminated books, this doesn't have the shiny text, so you're not going to get a shiny gold that, glaring off of the light or anything like that. But the illustrations are the same. If you like those sorts of designs, those sorts of manuscripts, those sorts of books, those sorts of Bibles, you'll love this. I like that little dragon. I love this book of John. I'd like to see her do Psalms and Revelation. I think Revelation would be fun. I'd like to see her do all of the Bible, of course. The whole thing. Just give me the whole thing. That would take some time. A year per book. That would take some time. Some books are a little smaller, a little bit easier to do, but nothing about this is easy. All the little tiny details everywhere. Tiny details just in these flowers and leaves. Just beautiful. There's a lot of care put into this. And it's obvious. A lot of care went into this. Another chapter there. Like this. Some bolder colors here. And these seem to go together, and then we'll find other pages with designs that go together. This is really thick paper and it wants to close on me, so that's why I'm holding it. These are beautiful, beautiful designs there. Let's look at this one. Look right here in the corner. About need a magnifying glass to see all the tiny details in there. And then that carries through all of the designs on this page. All the way through. Pretty. I can't say enough how beautiful this is. Butterflies. I like how at the top of the pages we have some larger fonts that stands out. Illustrations have some, the meaning of the text is within the illustrations. Also like the use of hyphens, a little double line. That looks good. I would prefer to see more of the hyphens than the word sideways. Trying to make it all fit. It's almost like when you were a kid and you're writing in school and you ran out of space on the line and you sort of just write up a little bit. That's what it makes me think of. And I realize she did this on purpose, but that is what it makes me think of. Some little color there. And it does look good the way she did it. No problems there. No question about that. The beauty of this is just ridiculous. Love that. I've wanted to see this kind of work for a long time. Anytime I go to Bible museums or anything like that, I always find myself looking at the illustrated and illuminated manuscripts and Bibles. They stand out to me. And so does calligraphy. Just calligraphy in general. I watch a lot of calligraphy. And I do some calligraphy on my tablet, actually. I'm not that good at it, but that's beside the point. There's some pretty illustrations. Some unicorns. Unicorn there. They don't all have horns, so maybe they're not all unicorns. Those are. Those maybe not be. No, that's a Pegasus. So we have unicorns, and then we have a Pegasus. It's interesting. Some little leaves. I especially like the leaves. A little flourish at the end of a line to bring it on out. That little flourish there at the end of that word to bring it out. Take up the space of the line. I like that. A few of those. I like that a lot. And here's one, for example, within the line. Instead of at the end of the line, it's between the verses to take up the space here instead of here. It's a good choice. Very good choice. Now, even though it has all this to take up the space, they're not cluttered. Other than the font style, I mean, that has a little bit of visual clutter just because of how embellished it is. But that's just the way calligraphy is sometimes. I like this one, like this word here. The M has the flourishes coming from the letter itself. Beautiful. I like this one too. King of the Jews. Completely different font style. The style looks to be the same. Like this S is the same S, but the style of the drawing it is different. So it's the same font, but a different style of drawing. That's a beautiful illustration. The Crucifixion. Beautiful. Let's turn the pages and let you see it. Beautiful ending. And then we have a final thought from the author. And then she also has an afterword, which I'm glad they included this because it tells her story, how she got into this type of calligraphy, what inspired this book specifically, and then talks about her history, why she chose the Gospel of John, how she put the calligraphy and illumination together, how she chose it, all the little details that I was talking about. She mentions them here and talks about why she did what she did, and then why she chose the King James. So that's really good. I like that they've included this. This is a very interesting book. I highly recommend this. The only thing I don't care for is the letters that go in the wrong direction, but that's just my taste. Nothing wrong with that. That's just my taste. I wouldn't say that's not going to stop me from using this. I wouldn't say that's bad. That's just me. And then everything else about this is beautiful. I love this. The legibility, it is a little difficult, but that's kind of what this is anyway. So I think if it was made even more legible, it might lose some of that beauty. This does make it an excellent choice for homes, for libraries, an excellent choice for church libraries, an excellent choice for the coffee table. Beautiful. So Cambridge supplied this in exchange for an honest review. And my honest review is this is gorgeous and I love it. Any complaints I have about the text is minor and barely worth even considering. I love the different colors. I love the illustrations. Everything about this is pretty. So I highly recommend this. I'll place links in the notes so you can make a purchase if you're interested. I'll also place links to the written review at Bible Buying Guide. I always go into more detail on Bible Buying Guide. I always produce more content on Bible Buying Guide than I do on YouTube because I am a writer, so you'll find more content there than you will here, by a lot actually. But my thanks to Cambridge for sending me this for review, and congratulations to Jane Sullivan for publishing this, for producing this. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.